Wealthy rising, y'all.
Roger, bro. What with you?
How y'all feeling?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but
All right, Miss Glass, what's going on? How you doing? CJ, JD, K Rich, my G, Miss Kim. How you doing? Ken, you made it. All right. Miss Natalie, you've been here since the start of it. I seen you pull up first. How everybody doing today?
Wealthy Rising, ready to learn something new and get this stuff stuck in my head.
That's right. That's right. Uh, it's been a busy week. Busy week. I've been manifesting these Web3 credit scores, and I found them yesterday. I found what we need. And I was thinking about how to build it myself, and what do you know? I ended up finding a company already laying the foundation. So let's go here first. Let's just do tokenomics. So everybody who is in wealth class two, if you're in the classroom two, you can go to classroom two and refer to the information that I'm about to go over right now. All right. This is how you count your assets, how you count your coins, count your tokens, how you read the market. All right. So we're going to start at the top. Bitcoin. For those who don't know, Bitcoin is a commodity. A commodity is something like gold, silver, marijuana, rice, wheat, meat, lumber, wood, and cryptocurrencies in general. It's a commodity. But they could also be securities and other things. But Bitcoin is a commodity as of 2021, October 2021. This is a commodity. Ethereum is a commodity. USDT is a commodity, like gold, silver, and copper, basically. So you can look at them like that. It's just digital and it has value. You can hold value. Instead of holding $100 in cash, you can hold $100 in Bitcoin or Ethereum to protect yourself from inflation and taxes. Right. All right. So the first thing that you want to do when you're looking at an asset, remember this is coinmarketcap.com. You should go to coinmarketcap.com and set up a watch list. The watch list will help you track any assets that you are invested in or any assets that you are interested in. So looking at Bitcoin first, usually the first thing that I look at when I'm looking at an asset, I look at the market cap. The market cap tells you how much Bitcoin is worth, all of it. How much is all of the Bitcoin worth, basically. So right now, all of the Bitcoin is worth $812 billion. The price of each Bitcoin is $41,000. Okay, and then you have the volume. The volume represents transactions. So Bitcoin is doing $22 million in $22 billion in transactions. These are buys and sales. This means that people are buying and selling $22 billion worth of Bitcoin in the last 24 hours. That's how much money is floating just through this one asset alone, $22 billion every 24 hours. So my only question to everybody that's paying attention is, are you going to get your cut?
Huh?
That will be my only question to everybody. Are you going to get your cut? And that's what we're doing here in Block Cycle, right? We're getting our cut. And then there's only going to, and you always want to check the total supply. How many Bitcoins are there? And there are only 21 million Bitcoins. Right now, there are 19 million circulating throughout the world. And then once it hits 21 million, there will be no more ever again, ever. And that goes the same thing for a lot of the other assets. So it doesn't matter if you're looking at Bitcoin or if you are looking at Algorand, right? Y'all know we gotta highlight the Algorand. And only because it's got the best technology. Obviously, there's other blockchains and other networks that are more efficient at doing specific things, but just as an overall network, this one is the best. So, checking out the market cap, it has a $1.3 billion market cap. Remember, Bitcoin has an $800 billion market cap, and this one has a 1.3 billion. It has 39 million in transactions, and there's 80% of it, the circulation already around the world. And then the price is 16 cents. And then you basically do the same thing for any of these other assets that you've heard about, that you know about, that you may be interested in. All right. So what I want you to do is whatever asset that you pick the asset, just to keep it simple so everybody's still familiar with everything. You click on the asset that you're interested in. It's going to take you to like the highlights, the data points. And then on the left side of the screen, you will check for the website, the white paper, the GitHub. So the website should, give you a lot of like marketing material and information. The white paper should give you details about the goals of the project. The GitHub basically explains like how the technical part stuff works, like the computers, the programming, the coding, the processes and things like that. Then you got the social media where you can actually contact and tweet and message with the community and sometimes the people that actually are a part of these organizations. And then over on the right side, you got people that actually signed up for CoinMarketCap. So they over here tweeting and talking and sharing information about it. And this is one of the tools, the resources you're going to use to just do your own due diligence. That's it, right? And then you have several others that we'll go over in class, but you just check out these platforms, download the app. This is how you stay up on the information, right? Like if I was still interested in investing in the stock market, I would read the Wall Street Journal a lot more, as an example. I would read Barron's. I would just read that stuff more. But instead, I'm reading more cryptocurrency and blockchain related publications. So that's pretty much how you will use CoinMarketCap to check it out and just see what like right now, the total market cap for the overall crypto market, right? The overall crypto market is $1.6 trillion. $1.6 trillion is how much the overall crypto market is worth today, January 26, 2024. And it does $52 billion in volume, in transactions. And right now, just if you were in the market in the last 24 hours, just from the numbers, you would be up 3.23% on your holdings, right? And if you were actually invested in liquidity pools, because you get paid off of other people's transactions, you can estimate somewhere around this 10.5%. You were able to make your percentage off of transactions. So you get paid from holding your assets. This is one of the reasons you would watch the market cap, because you'll be able to see, as long as the market cap is going up, then your assets are appreciating. That's one way that you make money off of investing in an asset. Next are the transactions. Every time a transaction happens, you get paid. So if it's $52 billion being transacted, get your cut, just get your percentage and then manage what you receive. But that's CoinMarketCap. That's the tokenomics. So somebody can go back and break that stuff, take some notes or whatever on that. Do I got any questions on CoinMarketCap, tokenomics, anything I just went over?
So far, so good. Nice and clear.
I appreciate that, Josh. Anybody here not caught up on anything before I move forward? This stuff is going to start moving real fast this year. Everybody good? Everybody got a domain? Who does not have a domain segment?
What you mean when you say domain?
This is how we're bringing everybody over from the Google Classrooms. We're bringing everybody from the Facebook groups. Everybody is going onto the blockchain. Everybody needs to have their Web3 identity established. They need to have a Web3 presence, right? And I'm doing this for a few reasons. One of the main reasons is to get funding, to get grants, to get some of the Algorand blockchain, the foundation, to fund BlockCycle, to fund what we're doing already, right? So I'm gonna get that to probably beef up our LPs, get this app and this platform built. So instead of doing it manually with the Google Classroom and the Zoom, we can create our own app, which I'm working with the developers. I just sent in the first payment for staking. So it's coming together, but that's one of the main reasons why I need everyone that's ready to participate into this. Follow along, follow the steps. So if you haven't set up your domain, you want to go to NF Domains. If you need the link, reach out to me or somebody else in class so that you can get the link. You already got the wallet, Para Wallet, or you might be using your Daffy wallet because we got some people using Daffy now. But just to keep it simple, you have your Para Wallet, click connect, and scan the QR code, confirm the transaction. Okay, bam. And here we go. So everyone that owns a segment is like this: DAO.blockcycle, treasury.blockcycle. Blockcycle.algo is the root, it's the parent, it's the main domain, it's the main account, the main entity. All right. And then these are all, branches, brother, sister entities, however you want to describe it, but these are all separate. So BlockCycle Labs. And let me see. Slow. Okay, there we go. All right, and just to keep it simple, so you can go to the link when you see, I'll put this in the description and it's already in the classroom. But just to keep it simple, BlockCycle is simply a DAO, and what we do, we help onboard people, we help teach people about Web3 and DeFi. That's it. There's nothing major about it. Now, if you don't know what Web3 is or what DeFi is, this is where we also create awareness. This is why we have a support group on Facebook, just to share the information to help people become aware of the opportunity, like what's actually happening, because it's not what you know, it's who you know. And that's part of why I came up with the name BlockCycle, because it just referenced the fact that crypto is nothing but software. It's nothing but programming. It's nothing but systems that are designed to keep track of transactions, but it does it in a private way. So if you would like to make transactions safer, faster, cheaper, like I always say, start using the blockchain. And this is one of the initiatives that we promote. And we're promoting this across any blockchain, any network, right? Because they all serve some type of purpose right now. So we just want to learn what's going on. That's why I say it's for explorers, innovators, and enthusiasts, just to dive into these projects and figure out what they're doing, because they're working to solve problems in the world, which we're working to solve. My is just to help people become more financially literate, but also with the strategies to develop that literacy. So when you go to blockcycle.algo domain, you're going to click on segments. When you click segments, you're going to type in whatever you want to put as your domain name. So like right now, I'm gonna go make one later. It's called Node. So boom, it would be node.blockcycle.algo, and it would be its own entity. And then you guys are going to see this later because the node is going to represent part of our educational program that we have. And I'm working on some partnerships with that. So this, you're going to see this again. But everyone that has purchased their domain, they officially own a piece of BlockCycle. So instead of owning a share, instead of owning a stock, you own a segment of BlockCycle. You understand what BlockCycle is. You understand what the initiatives are, the goals are, right? If you have any questions or suggestions, just share it, ask it, right? We have plenty of, channels to communicate with each other. And we're just going to eat together. We got 2 policies right now. One, eat, we all eat, and each one teach one. If everybody can, agree to those 2, we walking with each other. Listen, we moving. Do I got any questions on this? This is how you get your domain segment. This is how you can get more information. And then I'm also working on the websites. So, take money to make money. So I'm just getting back to making enough money to start moving faster. But working on the website, because the website is going to send them to the DApp that we create. Because we're going to create our own platform. And then the funds that go to the segments, so the $25 that are spent on segments, that money has went to the treasury for BlockCycle, and then it has gotten spent. The first payment of what we did, we spent money on staking. So if you hold any NFTs that come from BlockCycle, you'll be able to stake those and just basically earn money every day. You'll earn assets every day. So since I already figured out how it works, now I'm building it for us. Do I got any questions on that?
Are you transferring like the wealth class NFTs into BlockCycle NFTs?
Yes, anything that's already been a part of the classroom, what we're doing, it will be basically inclusive, grandfathered in. So if you have access to one of these classes before the app is built, then this is kind of like your whitelist. This guarantees you access, right? Other than that, you're basically going to be brand fresh new. The first thing you're going to have exposure to is the BlockCycle app. But this is where we build the foundation, which was pretty much is getting complete now. Because everyone that's on this call, just as an example, or the ones that's following along or that come check out the replay, right? It's going to be us that benefit the most from doing it first. Because all of the people that come after us benefit us, right? If you're in the liquidity pool first, and then all of these other people come in from making transactions, that benefits you. If you get an asset when there's only, a certain amount available, and then there's no more available, and you have some, there's no more available in the world, and you have 1,000 of them, that's value, right? And that's essentially one of the things that drives the supply and demand factors with crypto and any, industry really, but specifically crypto. That's one of the driving factors, that the limited supply will, give the supply and demand a different lane to play in. So the wealth class token will be bridged, let's just say bridge to the BlockCycle token. So when we make the BlockCycle token, it will start on the launch pad. So that way, anyone that wants to invest in the token, you can just say you have $50. You can put your $50 in there, and then when all of the tokens are distributed, you'll get $50 worth. So that's how that'll work. And for those who don't know, the wealth class has its own token, which is what Mozzie was asking about. And I created this token just to illustrate to everybody how easy it is to make your own cryptocurrency out of scratch. You can make money out of thin air using this technology. Because remember, everything is digital. 3% of the world's supply is cash, right? That's one of the statistics that lean toward the fact that if you live heavily on cash and off of cash, right? Now, I'm not saying turning your assets into cash or leveraging credit for cash. If you like strictly survive on cash, that's one of the things that makes you poor, right? If you rely strictly on earning cash and holding cash, this is one of the things that makes you, you know, lower income, right? It just decreases your entry level to higher brackets. Hmm. Oh, there we go. I'm like, what's that feedback? That's you, Will. All right. Any questions on the token though, while I'm going over it? This is one of the reasons why we, you know, do the airdrops. This is why I've been doing the giveaways, just to illustrate how this stuff works, right? I make a okay amount of money now again, because I done got hit a couple times being in the market. But now that I'm a little more situated, I'm basically doing the same thing that a lot of these companies are doing with millions of dollars. I'm doing it with, you know, a few $100, just to illustrate the fact that there's no minimums to do this. Anybody can do this. You don't need any personal information. You don't need the minimums to start. And the moment you take an action, you're going to get the same day results. So right now, like I said, let's do the tokenomics for the wealth class token.
Wait, real quick. I have a quick question.
Okay,
because
go ahead.
I just connected my Para wallet to the NFD, and then you said once you pay for it, to get the domain. And they didn't ask me to pay for anything. Are you saying just adding money to the account?
Are you okay? Take me back. You went to NF Domains and connected your wallet?
I did.
Okay, and did you scroll down and click on segments?
Okay, no, I didn't. I don't even see segments.
Okay, once you go to the actual block cycle domain page, it'll have segments under the bio.
Yeah, let's do it later.
Okay,
yeah.
Just shoot me a message.
I bet. All right.
All right. So like that's an example of one of the things that you guys will be able to help people do to make it easier for us to grow and easier for us to build this out. Right? Because at some point, I actually want to make this free and make this completely autonomous to the point where it doesn't require any of us to do anything. People are just going to see it and hear about it, and they'll be able to come and get their own domain. They'll be able to go and get, you know, join the group and see what's going on and actually just take the initiative to be a part of it. And then it doesn't put any burden on us as far as to, you know, try to force feed and overshare the information with people. So, right, wealth class token. So looking at the tokenomics for the wealth class token, if you're a part of Block Cycle, if you're a part of the classrooms, you should own some of these assets. Somebody, whoever, let me just do this. Lionel, what's going on, Lionel? How you feeling, man?
What's up, Walt? What's the word? How you doing this morning?
Man, I get bigger and better every day, brother. All right, so Lionel new to the party, y'all. I just met Lionel recently, networking with my little brother, helping him set up some of his music equipment. You know, so we're gonna get Lionel in the game. All right, this is the wealth class token. This is the currency that goes, this is the token that powers the classes, powers the education. This is what we have right now. We're gonna make something more efficient soon after Valentine's Day. So this way, that's some alpha. Alpha is another word for like, what's the secret information? Let's use it that way. Alpha is secret information or early information, however you want to look at it. But that's the alpha as far as what we're doing here inside of this organization, because nobody knows about it unless they're a part of this, which is what makes it alpha, top of the line information. And right, and by knowing ahead of time, it benefits us because we are, you know, directing the vision and trajectory of the project. So anybody that contributes, they're contributing to what we are doing. They're just contributing. Now, so TVL, total value lock. One of the most important things you will look at when you start getting into decentralized finance. When you're looking at decentralized finance, one of the most important things to look at is the TVL, the total value lock. The total value lock represents the liquidity that's inside of the platform. Liquidity is synonymous with equity. So liquidity equals equity. Equity equals assets. Assets equal earnings. Earnings equal rewards, right? I just felt like saying that. So if you've been looking at folks' finance for the last few days, you would have known that it was at about, I think, 112, 113, 15 or something like that. So it's almost at $120 million total value lock, total liquidity inside of this one app. This is one platform that has, and there's some that have billions of dollars in TVL. And then just to highlight that right now, introduce y'all to another platform, something that I'll be using, right? Because I actually do more DeFi than people know. So decentralized finance is where you actually can make transactions with no personal information, no minimums, same day results. This is like deeper into that. And we're gonna just, let's see, what pops up right here. Here's an example. Let's just do A. All right, there we go. So as most people should know, there are different blockchains. All cryptocurrency, all networks are not the same. All wallets are not the same. All staking is not the same. Everything is different. This is why you look at the tokenomics. This is why you look at who makes it, what's the fees. This is why you look at the details of the asset of the project. So DeFi Llama, total value locked of all chains. So Ethereum has 1,009 protocols. Protocol is basically like websites, application, the stuff that you connect your wallet to. Those are protocols. Those are the systems that we use. This is what BlockCycle is building. BlockCycle is building its own protocol to help us automate the education of this information so it's not Chinese to our people. All right. And then Ethereum has 1,009 protocols, Tron 29, Binance, right? So you just look at how big are they? Look at how big they are. How many protocols, how many apps do they have? And Bitcoin is new to having apps. Bitcoin is the oldest cryptocurrency, and it has just started getting its own protocols because somebody cracked the code and figured out how to program it and created the system, right? Algorand only has 29. So you can see why I know pretty much all of the platforms because there's only 29 of them, which is good for me. And that's why it's easy for them to know who I am too. But then you got Stacks. Definitely look out for Stacks. I'm doing a deeper dive on this one too. But these are all different blockchains, right? These are all blockchains. Stellar. We have Stellar. If you have Stellar, you should have that liquidity pool set up with that. And this is where you just do a deeper dive on the different platforms, right? And just to keep it simple so everybody know what we're looking at, we're going to look at Algorand again. And this is going to go over all of the apps and protocols that are on the platform. All right. And then here. And I actually got to double check because you see how it says 119 million on the actual folks finance. And then here it says 108. So there's always some type of discrepancy on some of the data. So this is why you do your research because you'll be able to compare numbers like that. You know, just seeing little slight things like where does DeFi Llama get their information? Where is the information coming that's being reported and sent? Like where you should, that's the power of blockchain. You can track down this information so that you can see a simple discrepancy like that $11 million right there. Then we have Lofty. I've been showing people Lofty, right? Like Lofty, this is a little soft spot for me right now because I done shared this link out with so many people. I got $3,500 in rewards right now for just putting people onto this, and then went over this with Will too. Like I know some people probably just don't got the bread right now, and that's cool. But I was just like, damn, I got $3,500 in rewards that I can claim and cash out if other people understand that they can take $50 and invest in real estate right now. And they don't have to go through any personal information, any brokers, all of that loopholes and red tape is just thrown out the window. And that's one of the reasons why we are studying DeFi, practicing DeFi. It takes away those barriers of having to give up your information, right? Having to just have so much of money, right? There's no minimums and there's no personal information required. Like those, I stick to those because those are the key things that you need to understand when you operate. You can create things, you can use things, and you can use them in that manner. Then we got Tiny Man. Tiny Man is the DEX that we use. It has $16 million in TVL locked up, right? And then you just go down the list and look at the different projects. You can study, go to there. Let's go to this one I ain't went to yet. Right, and it's a lot that's actually not on here. That's another thing that need to get on here. But let's just go to Tiny Man. And you can see it says one chain. That means they're not going to Bitcoin or Ethereum, things like that. But Messina does, as an example. That's why I should have went to Messina. All right, but Tiny Man is the DEX. This is where you swap out the assets. All right, so I've been in Algorand for a minute. So like in 2022, January, 40. It was at what's that? 42. And now it's at, why is that 42? Right here. Oh, it's up there. That's why I'm like, what's going on? 9, 6. Whew. We came a long way though. And I just been holding. All right, so if you're familiar with Binance, then you're familiar with Pancake Swap. Tiny Man is basically the Pancake Swap of Algorand. All right, if you're familiar with Ethereum and Polygon and Uniswap, Tiny Man is the Uniswap for Algorand. Okay, but let me go to, when you're looking at the protocols, like I was just saying, you can actually look and see where it says 9 chains. Like Messina's a bridge. So for Messina, it actually can bridge multiple assets, or you can use different blockchains, different networks, different cryptos on this protocol, on this website. Right? And just focus on a lot of cross-chain protocols, right? That's the big narrative of 2024, like going cross-chain, being able to use multiple networks. Like that's just a big thing. I'm not going down anymore. And then they also got liquid staking, for those who know what that is. It's not showing me what I wanted to see. But I know Messina goes to multiple chains. I done been on a couple of spaces and I watched a few videos about them, so I'm familiar with them. Y'all got any questions on that part though, right? Like I just want to give some clarity on the tokenomics, how to find your assets, making the best of it. I've got a WCT for sale. Okay, so that's Will, right? Let me help you out, Will, because I know you wasn't sure about that. So let's go over the staking again. So for anybody that buys an NFT from Class, you will be able to stake that NFT and basically get some rewards, some assets, some free money every day for holding it, for being a part of it, for using it, whatever. But let's say you don't want to use it right now and you need some money, or you want to flip it for a profit, because you can also do that with NFTs. You can sell them for a profit because they're assets. All right, so this is algogems.io. This is an NFT marketplace. You can buy NFTs here, you can sell NFTs, and you can create NFTs here. So when you get here, you're going to click on this lock. And Algogems works best on the desktop, just for clarity for everybody to know. Okay, so let's do here. All right. So we're gonna connect your wallet. And this is for anybody that needs to buy an NFT. Okay. So when you get to AlgoGems, make sure that you set up your profile, do your thing. Like I'm about to set this one up. I'll do it later. Save some time. But bam, so your NFT will pop up, which is good because right, you'll be able to identify yourself, and others will be able to identify that this is really you. And you can put your profile pictures and banners and stuff up there. If you want to create an NFT, it's so easy, right? If you just want to create a picture of an NFT, you can upload the picture right here and then mint it just like that for free. You can do this for free, right? The only thing is when you sell it, if you're going to sell it, it has to have value, it has to have a purpose, it has to have a reason, which is why anyone would buy it from you. You can also put videos in the NFT, like movies, music videos, whatever, any kind of content that you want, you can put it inside of an NFT. Okay, or you just want to do audio. And then you can put PDFs and other type of files inside of NFTs as well. This is a new way to, process and transfer information. And this is once you put something together, once you create an NFT, it becomes an asset. So like, just keep that in mind. Once you create your own NFT, it becomes an asset, right? It's your creation. It's your intellectual property. It's yours. You created it. You own it. It's one of a kind, or it's 1,000 of them if you make 1,000 of them, but it's your asset now, and you can do whatever you want to do with it.
All right, quick question. I must own the content and able to create an NFT, correct? Like I can't just go take any movie and place on it. It has to be like my movie, correct?
Correct. You want to create NFTs out of original content, original material, unless you have in that sense, you would need the licensing or permission, right? And I want to highlight this. So yeah, basically, you don't want to go touch nothing that's copywritten or owned by someone else. But to highlight this as an example, let's say Block Cycle Labs has NFTs of a movie that we produced, that we created, right? Or music that we created. Let's say music. And Disney says, we want to license that music, and we'll give you $2 million to license that music. So what's going to happen is, in that scenario, using a DAO, using a Web3 business model, right? They're going to send a check to be cut. Really, they're going to send the crypto, right? Because that's going to be part of the deal. They got to pay in crypto. They're going to send the crypto to Block Cycle Labs. And then everyone that owns a segment is going to get a chop of that. So that's kind of like how airdrops work, right? They're giving out the money to the people that use the platform. But when this Block Cycle receives funds, those funds go directly into its segments. This is part of the, I'm just stressing this right now. This is part of the Web3 business model. These are not shares or stocks, right? But they're still assets, and they're still forms of ownership. And then NFTs are like assets that an individual can create, right? You can create one, or you can create 1,000. Matter of fact, let me go. How do I do this? How do I do this?
So whenever we ready to mint these the NFTs off of there, do we need Algo Gems or do we need Algorand?
You need Algorand. You would hold Algo Gems to be a part of the DAO. So also, just like Block Cycle is a DAO, Algo Gems is a DAO as well, right? This is the Web3 model. This just takes away a lot of that liability stuff that people are ignorant of or feel fearful of. What's going on here? All right, let's do it this way. But I definitely want everybody to go to Algo Gems and create you an account, because they also have NFT rewards. So when you buy and sell NFTs, you also earn rewards from the actual platforms because the Algorand network, the blockchain, the foundation, they give out money for people to build the blockchain, to use the blockchain. So Block Cycle, like right now, us learning and using it, they're giving other people money to do what we're doing right now. Basically, we're learning for ourselves so we can know how to use this and do our thing. But they're actually paying people to do what I'm doing, teach it and use it. So I want us all to get in on that, basically. And you can do NFTs, you can do liquidity pools, you can do all of those different things and earn some of the money that's available that's just floating inside of the market. And since I'm going to be using Algo Gems more this year, more aggressively, I want y'all to follow me on here so we can, use these metrics for other things, because this is going to also be a part of your Web3 identity, shows what assets you own, and then I'll bridge this later to how we're going to do the Web3 credit scores and stuff. Like, they want to know who you are. They don't need to know who you are because they have your wallet address, but like, it depends on the organization. They can still have some type of, like, you don't got to give up your social security number or send pictures of your ID, but they would like to at least know that they can attach a name to the wallet address to an organization or something like that if they're going to be issuing some type of credit. But we go get into that later. So this is my profile. I'm going to tweak it later so it can look better. Oh yeah, I'm about to put my I'm going to let y'all see it later. All right, so this is mine. Let's go to creations. Reminder, if you have a raffle lottery ticket, we're going to start burning these on the 5th. So you want to turn those in as soon as possible. We're going to start. Miss Kim, I know you still got one. A few other people got some. So we're going to burn these, and then I'm going to figure out what we're going to do. We can do something else with these. And I might change. I got another meeting, though, because I got to meet with the guy for the wealth class staking. So I might change that. But just why I said it's not happening until the 5th. It's on the schedule for the 5th if we do that. But if we don't, then these will be eligible to be, if you hold these, then you're going to just start earning. It's going to just come straight to your wallet if you already have one of these, because I already paid for the setup. So if this can be included, then I'll let everybody know how that works. All right. So I got a private banking video that I made, like, just as a test run. So if somebody want to buy that, they can buy that. And then you can resell it to somebody else. I got my mixtape. You can listen to my spoken word mixtape on NFT, or you can listen to it on YouTube. You can buy a copy, though, on NFT, so you own it. The class tokens. So this is what we'll make a post inside of the classroom. The groups make a post somewhere right now so that people can reference this when they see it. So anyone that has bought a class token NFT, right? This is a class token NFT. There are only 99 of these. I currently have 3 because people have been returning them to do one-on-ones. If you own a class token NFT, you can give it to me and it'll be redeemed for a one-on-one. You get an hour one-on-one to make sure that you caught up, understand what's going on, or if you want to learn about something new and dig at it with me, whatever, this is what that'll be for. If you hold these, going forward, you will be able to receive the staking. You'll be able to do staking and receive rewards just for holding this NFT. NFT represents a seat in the wealth class. Obviously, you're in the wealth class already. Obviously, you'll be receiving rewards into the liquidity pool, and then you can cash this out, buy, sell it, or give it away to whoever you want to give it away to. Now, this is one of the examples that we're going to be using for staking. You're going to buy your NFT. The way you buy an NFT, you click here. It's going to say offer, right? It'll say offer here. Let me make sure y'all see it. Sales. Let's go here. Okay, it'll say offer or buy. All right. So this is someone else's NFT. If I click buy, all right, you don't have enough, bam. So you need this amount to buy it. If I did have enough, it'll give me the option to confirm the transaction with the wallet. NFTs also come with royalties. So if you create your own NFT and then somebody buys it and then they sell it, you will collect royalties off of each transaction. Like That's the easiest way to make a transaction with some of your content, right? It doesn't matter who's using it or who's touching it. You'll still earn. If they sell it for $1,000, you get $100. And then if that person sells it for $5,000, you get a $500. Another incentive for people to create NFTs and then resell them and have others resell them. Bam. All right, do I got any questions so far? Anybody got any questions?
So what do you when you setting the NFTs up? Are you setting your own price for those when you mint them?
Hold on, say it again, Mozzie.
Like, say when we create the NFT, right? I connect my wallet to it. Now, how much is it going to be worth? Is it going to be worth how much I mint it for? So is it going to take me like 50 algorand to mint this the NFT? Is that how much it's going to cost?
No. Remember, it's free to make it. It costs you like the gas fee, like the penny, less than a penny per transaction. You upload the
Okay.
picture. You know what? I got one for you right here. Right here. What's today? Today Friday? Today's Friday, right? This is a exercise. I almost say a test. This is an exercise. Exercise. All right. We're going to go with these. There you go, Mozzie. I already made one too earlier. All right. NFT. Y'all see this NFT I'm making right here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn, I forgot I talked to Algo Gems. They redoing the IPFS thing. Damn. Okay. Does anybody not get what an NFT is or what you can do with it? Let's start right there since this is not right. Anybody not get it? My G, yes, I trade meme coins, but I don't really care for them enough to like broadcast them like that. Like you can make good money with it, but you can get hurt real fast too trying to trade meme coins because the whole purpose of the meme coin being created is to just drive up some hype. Right? Somebody's gonna get crashed doing that. And I don't like that part. Like somebody does get burned in the end. Whether the meme coin is successful or not, somebody's gonna get burned. So I'd rather just focus on assets and do my tokenomics breakdowns and actually know what it is and what it's for, because now I can strategically invest in it. And I know I'm investing in something that actually has a purpose besides just to hype people up to put their money in it, hoping that they'll be able to catch the next best thing. Because meme coins pop up like 1 million a day. So you can either hit or you can miss. I'd rather just avoid that. And that's another reason why I created the wealth class token to illustrate that like anybody can make a token and get paid off of it. Right? But I made a token just to illustrate that. Then I gave it a utility, a purpose in class for people to use it to practice learning how to use Tinyman, how to set up a liquidity pool, how to set up a farm, how to send and receive money, right? It has a utility. It has a purpose. It's not just there so you can invest in it and make money. You're using it to learn how to use DeFi. Our token should be at $5 million. And right now it can go to $5 million right now. Like me making this video, me networking, and the people that know about it. Like if they wanted to just support, they could throw like, I'll throw 100 in there, I'll throw 20 in there, I'll throw $5,000 in there, I'm gonna throw 20 grand in there. I like that guy walk. Like there's, saying, or not even just me. I like that idea. I like that concept. I like what they're about, what is happening. And these are numbers that are proof. Like all the people that are in class, this is not my $5,600. This is not my $5,000. This is how much equity, how much cash has been put into this asset, into this classroom by the people that have used it. These real numbers. Like, it's only been $21 in value in transactions, but I got people that know there's no minimum. So it could have been like several people put in $3, $2, 50 cents. It don't matter. They understand that they're growing their assets. They understand that they're using the platform, right? They're getting that understanding. And then NFT, so NFT Tuesdays. I think we're gonna start doing a auction and a giveaway on NFTs for Tuesdays, just to help people get more familiar with what NFTs are and what they do. So y'all can look forward to that. But this is what we're gonna do. I'm going to, since I already got them, I'm just gonna use the ones that I already got. So if anybody want to get a one-on-one with me, let's do this. And the only way you're gonna know is if you've been watching the video, if you've been in class. Right, so you know if you have the class token, then you can get you a one-on-one if you have one of these. But what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna make it clear that you can use this one too, right? I have made these for something else, and I only used a few. All right, so there's 50 of these, right? Now this is an exercise. There's 50 of these. If you have these, you can get, some time with me, right? We could chop it up. And how many is 50 left? I'm gonna put 5 up here for sale for 25 algo, right? So whoever gets one of these 5, they'll get to get a one-on-one with me, right? But now here is the kick. They get some time with me. The real price of these is actually like, I think 200-300 algo, whatever, something like that. But this is the one where 5 of them is going to have a floor. So the minimum for these 5 will be 25 algo, which means it has room to grow. So that means you can resell it for 50 algo. You can resell it for 100 algo. And that's why I'm only doing 5, so that this 5 can go into the class. And then somebody might not actually need the one-on-one, but they can sell it to someone else for 40 algo, 50 algo, because they know if they get it directly from me, it's going to cost, it's going to have a premium attached to it if they get it from me. But if they get it on the secondary market, they can get it for less. Did anybody miss that?
I'll follow.
Okay, so oh, sorry, I got
What exactly is going on with algo gyms anyway?
No, they're updating the IPFS. So like NFTs only hold images because it's stored in a cloud system. And they said right now they fixing that part. They're upgrading it. They're changing a lot of things. They're getting a new staking system. They got some rewards coming. What am I supposed to be doing right here? I'm missing something. All right. I'm missing something. That's right. Okay. Shoot. Let me see. Okay. No, it's already up there. So. And everything is a transaction. Remember that, everything. So you have to confirm the transaction with your wallet. All right, it's 35 left, so that's what, 15? 15 gone. Last one was sold. All right, let's try this again. All right, there go the link. So Mozzie got a class token for sale, and Will has a class token for sale. So if anybody wants to get the class token, they can get that, and then they go 5 other NFTs if somebody want to go get that.
I got a wealthy T too. for sale.
Okay, so you in the game then. All right, and I gotta see that somebody else just bought one recently too. So this is the thing I encourage y'all, practice making your own NFTs. So and if you want to get one of these, you can get one of these. These are definitely be qualifying for staking. So if you have a wealthy T, you basically buy one of these, and then you'll be one of the people that earn the rewards and stuff from these T-shirts. And there's only 50 of these. There's 10 of each of the 5 colors that we got. And then we got a setup with JoJo to where you can get some carbon credits for your taxes if you're still paying taxes. Right. And this is not a T-shirt that you can physically wear. Maybe later we'll print some up because that'll cost a few dollars. That ain't nothing major. But the whole thing is to illustrate and just give a visual on what you can do with an NFT. This is nothing but a few second video of a 3D mock-up shirt uploaded into an NFT, into an asset that can be sent or received. And
What's crazy is I just got an idea too about them shirts, man, because I'll be making shirts too. We can make a merch section DAO for this Block Cycle Jones that come with physical shirts.
All right, now watch this, because I actually been on somebody's ass about that, but they ain't, they limit to what they can do, like, because it costs. You got to fund these things. It costs, like, look, the website not even up. Look, see, this was the drop shipping. I think I showed you one day. They got a drop shipping Web3 drop shipping platform, but all they do is mint a shirt with your NFT on it. They don't really they don't drop ship anything, which would be a more efficient platform. But I know the builders though, so they building. All right. But do I got any questions? Anybody got any questions? Yes, NFTs can be used to primarily sell your music. That's what I've been showing people with the DAOs, right? That's why we're going over the Web3 business models, Web3 strategies. That's why we're using decentralized finance, because even all music still ends up having what? Financial transactions. So when it comes to your music transactions, you can use a DAO, to set up protection, right? And I just posted a link about the IRS and the taxes and crypto. Like, you don't have to report the money that you earn from crypto. So imagine you created something from scratch using crypto and you sold it. That's all you. And if they want to check any transactions and things like that, you can always do this. This was one of the beautiful things about the blockchain. You can always track the transactions, right? The blockchain is there to help keep track of transactions. Bam. See that? So if you have your domain set up, you'll have this. And you can see the transactions that's on that wallet, on that account. These are the transactions that have been made on that account today. So like right here, sender, receiver, 111 algo was just sent to the block cycle, right? And you know what that means? That means someone just got a new segment, right? Let me see. Refresh this. Okay. Oh, or she did that yesterday and I didn't check it. I don't know. But that's today, 26. Let me look at it again. No, this was like 20, 30 minutes ago. Either way, though, y'all guys, you can still see the transaction. Say type payment from some other address to block cycle, 111 algo.
Is this for any wallet? How far back is it?
Say it again.
Can you check any wallet on any blockchain?
Yes, you can do any wallet on any blockchain the exact same way. All you have to do is go to what is called the Explorer of that network, they all have a place where you can look up the wallets, you can look up the tokens, you can look up the contracts, to look up the addresses. They all have one of those.
No, I'm talking about this one. So this is for Algorand only. Then.
Yeah, this is for Algorand, but this is going to include other blockchains soon too. That's why they came up with the name All of. But Allo.info is the explorer for Algorand. Yep.
Okay, thanks.
And here's 2 ways to get to it. If you are on your domain, you can click on your 3 dots. It'll say view on Allo if you're on the domains. And then if you're on your folks finance, you can click on your profile and you can click Explorer right here. All right, I got a few more minutes now. Who want to talk private banking? I'm about to give me some of the money real quick. Look at that, $8. Let me get the $8. Imagine borrowing $8 10 times a day. That's $80.
Well, I have a question.
I know.
Well, I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
So when you wrap back to private banking, and I know we do the variable, but I noticed that the stable APY seems to be higher. Can you tell me why you prefer using the variable instead of the stable?
Well, myself personally, because it's lower, right? So one, the variable is lower, and they both fluctuate based off of the market conditions. So, I mean, if I'm going to get locked in, I want to get locked into the lower one. And then since I'm technically not ever locked in, because I am able to move the money in and out regardless of the interest rate, right?
Right, but why would you want the higher one?
I don't have the higher one. I have the lower one. I
know,
have
but why? Yeah, I'm asking why would you not want the higher one? I guess because you're borrowing. Never mind.
Right. Why would I want to pay more?
Yeah, I got you.
You know, but at the same time, to me personally, they are both irrelevant because of the strategy. Right? If I borrow $100 right here, I'm putting $100 of debt on here faster than this 13% will ever get. This 13% a year.
Mm-hmm.
So 10% is what? $500.
Yeah.
I put 100 on in a day, another 100 on in a day, another 100 on in a day. I'm already outpacing the stable and the variable. I'm not even thinking about debt. I know how to use debt.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Remember, I want to see this borrow balance at 50,000 again. That's my goal.
Why is that your goal? Grand Rising, by the way.
What's going on, Christoph? Because in order for my borrow balance to get to 50,000, that means I literally had to receive 50,000. That means 50,000 came into my hand, right? I spent it, it's gone. And now let's just say the account is at 100,000 and 50,000, and I borrowed half of it. I obviously still have half of the account alive. I still have equity in half of the account, but it has $100,000 in assets. So if I ever want to get to 75%, I can just go back on this side where I owe and repay. I don't have to repay. I borrowed way more than I repay. And the only reason I would repay is because let's say the market dropped right now. If the market dropped right now, that means my debt would drop. So essentially it's like refinancing. I'd pay off some of it, pay it down some. If I wanted to. Me, instead of paying it down some, I borrow more and pull it up. Because as long as I have more collateral, it'll get me more borrow. So I'm just milking the pot. Like if you put $100 in here and then borrow 50, take the 50 and put it back in, borrow again, added the collateral again, borrow again. Like you could do that till you blue in the face and you could make money.
But wouldn't
Go ahead.
But wouldn't your algo go to zero at that point? Because I understand add algo to the collateral and then borrow from the uptrend in USDC and then add to the downtrend, to the add collateral to the downtrend, and then borrow algo from the downtrend. And that's what I did repeatedly until my algo went to zero.
The
And then I had to
algo in your wallet.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a no. And then
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
Let me highlight that right now. So remember, when you go to Folks Finance, practice clicking this show only assets box so you can see what's in your wallet. All right. So remember this: you always have to keep some Algorand in your wallet. You always have to keep some gas money so you can pay for your transactions. So that's one of the mistakes that you made, because once you did that, you basically locked yourself out of the account, right? But that ain't no big deal though. Like, I didn't send so many people algo just so they can get back in their accounts, because it's a learning curve. But just make sure that you keep a few algo in your wallet at all times. Like right now, myself personally, I got to keep about 45 algo in my wallet at all times just to make transactions. Like, it's a minimum requirement now, because you have to have a minimum amount of algo in the wallet to do the transactions with all of the different assets. Right? It's a little technical, but let's keep it simple. Just keep some algo in your wallet so you can make the transactions without any issues. Ms. Kim, did I clarify your question or did I not finish?
No, that clarified the question. Thank you.
Anybody else? New or big, new or old, anybody? Why does it seem like I rarely go over 10% on my loans? If it seems as if you rarely go over 10% on your loans, that would suggest to me that it's probably not set up properly, right? Because if you have an uptrend and a downtrend, one of those loans should be needing some attention. And that should signal to you that you have money and signal to you that you need to manage money on the other side. So if your loan is not going over 10% for whatever reason, then you need to look at it, right? You need to go through the classroom, Will, and just go over the videos on making sure that your loan is set up properly. Like, just run it from the top. Just follow step by step. Create the loan, add the collateral, borrow, check the liquidation. Create the loan, right? Just, run through it. Like right now, I'm back to making $1.20 per pip, just for people that understand trading, right? Every time this 10% goes over that one pip, I'm earning over $1 per pip, and I am not trading. This is not trading. Okay. Any questions though? Any questions before I get out here, y'all? Come on, man.
I do, but I don't know how to formulate it. Because, like, what am I supposed to do after, let's say, I get to the 45 algo? Do I just leave the bread in the USD coin and the algo collateralized and borrow until it keeps going up and down and just pull when it goes over 10%?
Yeah, I mean, right now you're still learning how to use it. So your goal is to build your collateral up. That's your goal.
Okay. So the point is pretty much to keep investing more into algo.
Not just algo. Right now you're learning how to do it, because I want to get everyone to this level where they're actually adding these other assets to diversify. But I want to highlight how to use the uptrend loan, how to use the downtrend loan, because it's a part of knowing when and where to pull. But you determine that. I don't determine when you check your account. I don't determine how the market is going to do. So my best thing is to show you how to do it, and then you say, okay, it's this time to do that. It's this time to do that. Or you know what? I've been doing this long enough. I'll let it sit for another day or hour, or check it later, or I'm going to do it now because I don't even want to bother, right? You'll be more versatile in when you can actually and how you can manage your own account, right? This is not financial advice. I'm just teaching you how to use a website.
Right. All right, because what I ended up doing was I just went back to, I pretty much closed out the loan and the collateralized until I kind of figured out like what exactly am I doing, because I get the idea of adding to the, I'll go to the collateral and then borrowing from the uptrend in USDC, and then adding to the collateral on the downtrend in USDC, and then borrowing from algo on the downtrend. So I did that like a couple times.
And then just let it go.
Okay, so and just leave the bread in the account in essence.
Yep, it's gonna start pumping like man. Like I make shit. I'm almost at $200 a day now. I'm about to start acting real wild again now. And it's the beginning of the year. Like you gotta think. I've touched what? I touched a lot of bread with this, but the highest I ever had these accounts was 64,000. You know, and I'm talking about one day the market dropped. Man, the market dropped so good, I made 2,500 in a day. I said, "What's going on here?"
Oh, but for that you had to stay on top of it though, right? Like
No, I
it
didn't.
was
I just knew what was
really.
going on. Like you just know. And you got to think, this is in your phone. It's in your hand. Just like you send a
Mm-hmm.
text message, you got access to your accounts, your money right there. But I also
Mm.
got the Google Classroom app in your hand, in your phone. So if you really want to learn how to do it, you can take 5 minutes while you're in an Uber, while you're waiting at the parking, whatever you're doing. You know, you go to the bathroom, you got the classroom right in your hand. Do a little light reading and learn how to actually start making $100 a day.
That's my goal. All right, sounds good. I'm gonna just go back through the classes to try to get a little bit more perspective because I did go through the videos on the Dow playlist on YouTube.
Okay, good. Did you go to class 1 and watch the new video? Right, I'll put a 17-minute video right here. I was inspired for us to do this video. So if you haven't seen it, please go check it out and leave me some feedback on it because it's only in the classroom. I might put it on in the Dow playlist later. But right now, this is the very first video that basically anybody that's going to start with us, this is the first video that they're going to start seeing or
Yeah,
something
I
of
did
this
see it.
kind. Okay, what do
Yeah.
you think of it?
I think it was excellent. Again, it just kind of left me kind of curious in regards to the same question that I was asking just now, like what am I supposed to do? But you just told me just leave it in the account. But because on the Dow playlist, y'all mentioned like the 10%, if it goes to 0%, that it blows the account. So that's why I ended up just closing out because I was like, wait a minute, if I just leave it here, is there a chance of it going to zero if I'm not on top of it? So I just closed it
Well,
out. And so
the answer to that is yes, though. Like if you're not managing it,
okay,
it has the potential to, go to zero, right? Because you're not properly
okay,
managing it and you don't control the market. Your management is the defense against all of the stuff that's going on in the market. Remember, the market is nothing but full of buyers and sellers.
mm,
I'm not teaching you to trade. I'm not teaching you to be a buyer and seller and trade in the market. I'm teaching you how to manage the money that you're making off of them. They're doing all of the
okay.
money movement and you're making it, right? And this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin. So what's this? This was what, 3 days ago? I know somebody new started class 3 days ago, but I don't know if they did what I told them to do. I don't know if they applied the information. But for those who did, if you've been in since 3 days ago, that's 8% on your money. And then I guess like just today alone though, because if Bitcoin goes up, you can always note that a lot of the other cryptocurrencies will go up too. So 5% was roughly made today off Bitcoin alone. And I'm gonna highlight this. That's 5% so far today. And I got Bitcoin inside of my folks' finance right here. So however much this was before, it's now this, and it really don't matter because I just keep adding to it. Like right now, even though Bitcoin is up, I'll still borrow Bitcoin right now. Why would I do that? Right? Why would I still borrow it and the price of it is up? I just seen it go up. So I borrowed that, whatever that was. I didn't even get a good look at that. I just borrowed it. Let me see. All right, $2.50. So I just borrowed a simple little $2.50 in Bitcoin. And I just got a notification from Mexi. Bitcoin is at 41. All right, so I did that. Why? So once I borrowed it, that 250 is debt now. I just added on to my little $420 worth of debt. But I got $1,850 in Bitcoin. So like essentially, this is not a big deal right here, right? Like simple math, this is not a big deal. I'm plus if you can, max out if you pay off the 423, I'm to the good with my Bitcoin. Nothing to worry about. Now, for those who trade and look at the chart, let's look at this. We know I just made 5% off of my Bitcoin holding. And then right now I just got able to borrow. And then I took that 250 and added it to collateral. So now that 250 works for me now. And as long as I got these, and as long as we know Bitcoin is moving, I can get some more, right? So another 324 I'm borrowing. You know, and don't forget, I borrowed $8 as soon as we got on the call. So like, it's just, I'm just steady adding to this, right? And just add, bam. So I'm literally milking the pot right now. I'm milking the pot. That's what you're watching me do. We just went over Bitcoin. Bitcoin got what? How many, what was it? I forgot, I gotta look. $22 billion in transactions. And you just seen me milk like $6 in out of what's going on here. Right? And imagine somebody that actually has a lot of money that's doing this, because people that's got, you know, 6 figures, $1 million doing this exact same strategy. And they pull in 200s of thousands every time they do this, click these buttons. So as an example, though, you just see this went from 1050 to 1054. Like I did that, but now I have more assets. I'm more focused on getting to, you know, half a Bitcoin or something than I am about how much it costs. Plus, because the market is going up, that means somebody made some money somewhere, right? Somebody made some money somewhere. Look at this.
So variable stuff. That's how you do it. Smart as fuck.
Right.
Well,
so
another question.
Go ahead, Ms. Kim.
So I noticed the asset you borrowed and then the same asset you use for adding collateral. So that's my question. So on the whatever asset you borrow, is that the same asset that you're using to add collateral?
Yeah, I'm just mixing matching them now. I got, you know, I'm real fluid with this now. So I'm just mixing matching, you know.
Right, but I'm saying, so in this particular example, you borrowed, I think it was Wrap Bitcoin. Would you, in some cases, when you went to go add collateral, would you have used a different asset, or would you stay with the same asset that you used to borrow?
It depends, because it just depends. It just depends. Like right now, I forgot that $8 that I borrowed when we first got here. I forgot to add that. Like, this is Ethereum. It doesn't matter what you borrow. All I'm doing is stacking the assets. That's really my thing, right? Because you know, if Bitcoin shoots up, all of the other ones shoot up, right?
Right, right.
Like we know that now. Like if you've been around crypto for a while, you understand that when this Bitcoin goes up, they all go up. When Bitcoin goes down, they all go down. So keeping that in mind, when they're going up or down, I'm borrowing them because I'm able to take advantage, like you already know, because we have the uptrend, downtrend model. So I know how to make money when the price of the asset that I'm holding goes down by borrowing it. So,
right,
when
but
the
I
price,
don't think my question.
okay.
Okay, so my question is, or maybe I didn't get clarity on it. What I'm trying to understand is, whatever asset I decide to borrow, do I have to actually use that same asset to add collateral, or can I select a different asset
Okay.
when I add collateral?
All right, now I got you. I didn't answer the question, but I did have the answer. All right. So the answer to that is no. If I borrow Bitcoin, I do not have to add Bitcoin. If I borrow Bitcoin, I can swap it out for something else. Like I just borrowed Ethereum. I think I just borrowed. Yep, I borrowed Ethereum. So instead of turning Ethereum back into Ethereum and add collateral, I'm going to swap it out for Algorand. Just add it to my Algorand.
Okay.
And then I can add the Algorand to collateral. And sometimes the swap doesn't work because this is the swap that they created, folks. So sometimes it's a little shaky. So you can always go to TinyMan and do the swap, or you can go swap inside of your Parallel wallet, right? Like you got options on the swapping.
Okay.
And then I just add the collateral to the Algorand. But I could have just added the Ethereum because I got Ethereum. I could have borrowed Algo. Like it's just, you can be fluid with it. But it's not required that if you borrow Algo, you add Algo. If you borrow Ethereum, you add Ethereum. It's at your own discretion.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Anybody else got a question?
I'm gonna go through the playlist again. Well, not the whole playlist, a couple of the videos, and I'll probably have some questions for you on Monday.
Okay, that's cool. I appreciate you coming to class, Christos, man, and asking questions and everything.
Yeah, no, thank you for your responsiveness and even hosting these classes Mondays and Fridays is super helpful.
All right. So before we get out of here, though, I'm gonna share the good news with y'all because we got some good news coming. All right. So one, I want to remind everybody, make sure that you are going to get your domain segments, right? Because the bigger that this thing gets, you actually want to be able to be, reap the rewards and the benefits. Because if you're here on this call right now, you're a part of this in some way. So you want to lock in your ability to get some of the action, especially when I take the training wheels off. Because when I take the training wheels off, it won't be no reason to contact Walt for any type of, support. It'll be on autopilot at that point. So make sure you get the segment. I put those NFTs up. If you don't have the link, I posted it there, and I'll post it again inside the support group later. Gora. Let's go to Gora. So I had a meeting this morning. Or as soon as I woke up, I had a meeting. It was good too. But the Gora network. So, and basically what Gora does, they provide a blockchain with information that is not on the blockchain. So let's just say sports, traffic, weather, things are not tangible things that you can put in the computer. So the information on it, Gora processes and allows businesses or individuals to access that information on the blockchain in real time. There we go. All right. And what I'm working on with Gora, I'm working to see how we can, collaborate on the educational program, because their whole thing is to provide the information and data from other places to us. So I'm going to have another meeting with them, work to figure that out. But the thing is, with creating your own node, running your own node, right? If you have your own node, you'll earn rewards because you are helping make the network safer. You're helping make transactions faster if you own a node and control a node. So I'm going to be sharing with people, if you want to set up a Web3 business, you want to set up a node for your business so that you can help process the transactions, and then you'll earn the rewards from the transactions. And XYZ, you see. And I do plan on creating a block cycle node that everyone can participate in, but then you also learn how to do it. So if you want, you can create an individual node as well, or a business node. And then they're creating the test net stuff right now where you'll be able to get airdrops and things like that. So once that opens up, we'll be running that. They said about March, things will start to pick up. So before then, I'll just be networking with them. But this is another partnership that we have within Block Cycle now. But do I got any questions on what these are, what they do? Well, I'm just on the side. I just want to show people what I, been working on. Oh, this is also a part of the Web3 credit score. So that's a totally different company, but that company is working with Gora, which is which was very beautiful that those two things just fell in my lap within the same day.
I was gonna say, yeah, because the credit score one, it just kind of reminds me on how I need to get more efficient with my wallets, as far as what wallets I need to start using besides just Parawallet. Because a lot of it I see is MetaMask, so I need to probably start investing in other commodities. That way I can learn how to use Spritz and stuff in order to take care of my bills.
Oh, wait, look who's been reading in that classroom. Oh, she been reading.
Hard.
I hear it. All right, that's good. You got me smiling. That's what's up. All right. What was I about to show? Oh, right. Well, I see. Yeah, they blew my mind with this though. With the Rossi Fi. And what's crazy is I was actually, thinking of a way damn, how can I get a credit score for my folks' finance? All this borrowing and lending that I'm doing on here. How do I create my own credit score to be able to show, man, I can easily manage the money? And what do you know? I caught the space on Twitter. And if you don't got Twitter, I think you should get a Twitter. Even if you don't get it just to be engaged with the block cycle, that's good enough, right? Because at least you know you're getting paid to engage. You know, you're earning and learning to engage with it. You know, going on there to be about all the crazy extra stuff that go on there, you know? So I have not fully dug deep into this, but I will, and I'll make a video on it. But this is the Web3 credit score platform. It also does borrowing and lending. So for those who are already familiar with the way to do private banking, this is something that you're going to want to look into. It also works with Polygon and a few other blockchains. And then the credit scores that are created using this platform are reported basically, or streamed. The feed to the information is on Gora, right? And this is two separate pieces that I, basically found, and they connected already. So that makes me happy. Makes my job a lot easier to go on and finesse this, right? So once I do my deep dive, make my videos, I'll, share it, post it. But essentially, this is private banking, but it has credit scores with it. And where is it? I don't see it. Let me see. This is. I'll put these links on the video though, so y'all can get them if y'all don't, right? And then if you need to catch the replay, it'll be posted in the playlist. Let me see. Let's go here. I gotta get Herman to see this, but we gotta see if we can get this hooked up to Dionix. All right, but do I got any questions before we get out of here? I think I gave a decent amount of information today.
No, sir. I appreciate all the knowledge you're giving out too, Walt.
No problem, bro.
Look in and lock in with you on some real shit. Excuse me.
You good, bro. All right, it's taking too long. I'm getting impatient. All right. Anybody got any questions, comments, or concerns, just send me a message. And then we'll get back on to it Monday. And then feel free to post your results inside of the support group. Let other people see your progress. You downloaded your wallet, post it. You set up your loans, post it, right? Like, let other people know how simple and easy this is, because the more of us do this, it'll help speed up the process of us building Block Cycle and creating a platform where people can just learn and earn naturally and earn back some more of their time, learn things where they can start becoming more creative, right? It just makes sense. All right. And that's pretty much all I got for today. Thank y'all again for stopping by. And make sure y'all watching them loans though, because the market is pumping right now. So you should be making money on your uptrends. Everybody that's following along with the class, got the uptrend set up, go and look at your downtrend, because your uptrend making money. So you need to watch your downtrend. All right. And on that note, I'm out of here.
Right on.